Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world where every single shark, every great white, every hammerhead, every tiger shark, has suddenly vanished without a trace or warning. No fossils left behind, just an entirely empty ocean.
Gone, just completely erased from existence. Most people would probably celebrate. Think about it. The immediate human reaction would likely be this massive sigh of relief, right? Like, finally, the oceans are actually safe to swim in. Okay, well, let's dive into this because what if I told you that getting rid of sharks could actually make our oceans die? That this sudden disappearance would completely destroy coral reefs and ultimately heavily affect the food on your dinner plate. Today, in this explainer, we're looking at the terrifying reality of what happens when the ocean's greatest predators are just erased.
Chapter 1. The First Week. The Deceptive Calm. If we shift our focus underwater, everything is already beginning to change. See, sharks are apex predators. That means they sit at the very top of the ocean's food chain. They don't just swimming around aimlessly. They serve a highly complex, deeply critical role in the environment. And what's really interesting here is the staggering scale of time we're dealing with. For over 400 million years, sharks have kept marine ecosystems perfectly balanced. 400 million years of natural tuning entirely wiped out in a single day. Chapter 2. Nature loses balance. The underwater collapse.
So when predator numbers disappear, prey fish populations absolutely explode. Now, that sounds like it would just mean more food, but here is the fatal domino effect. Step 1, predators disappear. Step 2, prey rapidly multiplies. Step 3, this massive population of large fish eats enormous amounts of smaller fish. And here is the fatal blow. Those smaller fish normally eat algae. So without them, we hit step 4, where algae rapidly covers and entirely suffocates the coral reefs.
As those reefs suffocate, these beautiful underwater cities rapidly become lifeless. Thousands of vital marine species lose their homes. Sea turtles lose their habitats. Colorful reef fish vanish entirely. The very foundation of the ocean basically just crumbles. Chapter 3. Humans feel the impact. The economic hit. So the crucial point is that millions of people depend on healthy oceans, and this underwater ecological disaster brutally hits human civilization next. Fishing industries begin collapsing as target fish become literally impossible to find. Seafood prices soar, coastal communities face devastating job losses, and coastal tourism suffers immensely. Scientists everywhere would obviously rush to understand what's happening. But nature doesn't have an easy reset button. Once this delicate natural balance is broken, you can't just flip a switch. Replacing millions of sharks just isn't possible, and it can take decades to even begin recovering. Chapter 4. A global climate crisis. The bigger picture. Let's see how this builds, because this localized ocean issue very quickly becomes a massive planetary threat. You see, a healthy ocean helps regulate Earth's climate and efficiently absorbs carbon dioxide. But in a sharkless ocean, marine ecosystems weaken and absorb far less carbon. This means dying reefs, vulnerable coastlines, and a hyper-accelerated global climate change.
One missing predator starts affecting the entire planet. It's exactly like removing one tiny gear from a giant machine. Eventually, the whole system just fails. Essential seagrass meadows disappear, and without healthy reefs to act as a buffer, our coastlines become fully vulnerable to massive, destructive storms.
Chapter 5. Can humans replace sharks? Fixing the unfixable. Now, we certainly have ideas to try and fix this massive ecological hole, right? We could implement strict fishing regulations, establish sprawling marine reserves, or even try to build artificial ecosystems. But while human ideas might help slightly, they absolutely cannot compete with hundreds of millions of years of natural evolution. The reality is pretty stark. Their role is incredibly complex. No robot, no advanced submarine, absolutely no human invention can fully replace what sharks naturally do in our oceans every single day. So, would the world be safer without sharks? Well, maybe for a little while, but eventually food chains would totally collapse and humans would absolutely feel the consequences. Sometimes the animals we fear the most are actually the ones protecting our planet. They might be scary, for sure, but they are Earth's most important guardians. So the next time you think about sharks, remember how vital they truly are to our survival. If you enjoyed this explainer, please leave a like, subscribe for more mind-blowing what-if scenarios, and tell me in the comments below, what should disappear next? Thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you in the next adventure.